Hey guys, Taylor here with Sprangel Performance Marine. In front of me I have the new Lowrance Recon trolling motor. This is an awesome trolling motor. We're getting an early look at it. I'm going to go over this giant list of features that's packed into this motor. So first thing, 24, 36 volt switchable. You can switch that on the remote, super easy. Shaft lengths, you're gonna have a 48, 54, 60, and a 72. So that should cover every boat you possibly need to put this on. This will actually have the same mounting holes as your Tarovas, your Alteras, all your older brush models. You could use your same movable plate. You don't have to drill extra holes in the boat, nothing like that. 46 pounds for a 60-inch motor, which is extremely light. When I was putting this thing on the bench, I was convinced that there wasn't anything in it, and it was like a display model or something like that. It's a consumer serviceable motor, super easy to work on. So if you're off somewhere, you don't have a service center near you, you need to get something fixed in a pinch, very easy to work on. Has a self-diagnostics feature in the remote, so if something were to go wrong with the motor, you're not sitting there scratching your head like, what's going on with it? It has a cable drive style foot pedal. It's similar to Lowrance Ghost if you guys are familiar with that. In addition to that, it has a separate set of buttons on the bottom that can be removed if you're gonna recess it into a tray. This motor has the option to have an HDI nose cone or a 3-in-1 if you want side imaging. In addition to that, there is 3 separate active target mounting locations on the motor themselves. Lowrance also has a full system to put your active target live sonar on the motor, which nobody else has in one of these smaller bracket style motors yet. The stowing of this motor is super cool. It'll automatically orientate itself. It has a double locking feature, so when you bring it up, the motor doesn't want to fall down. And when you slide it up and lock it, it's going to go nowhere. So you actually don't need to move this collar down to lock it in place, which if you want to, it's got a really nice cam lock collar. You're not sitting there, loosening and tightening screws or anything like that. Same thing when you drop it down, it's gonna orientate itself to forwards. It has stowing assist grooves in the head up here, so pulling this thing in the boat is gonna be an absolute breeze. The LED on the top of the head is really cool. You can actually turn that to be always on. So in combination with your unit, we'll have the heading of the trolling motor, and the remote will show you which way it's pointing. So if you're night fishing, or if you have somebody sitting in the way of your trolling motor, you'll actually be able to see where the trolling motor is pointed without actually seeing the trolling motor. In conjunction with that, on the remote, if you are steered any different way and you just want to go to forward, so this is set up as forward being this way, all you got to do is push the remote forward and it'll automatically center itself with the keel of your boat so you can get right back on course. It has a depth routing feature, which has a 3-foot gradient on it. So that way if you're fishing some really tight contours, it's not gonna yank the boat around and do this. It's gonna keep you on a nice smooth trolling path. 3 foot might seem like a lot, but realistically that's gonna be perfect for anybody that just wants to lock onto a basic contour and troll along with the waypoint routing and all that stuff. The heading hold feature on this can be adjusted using the remote. So if you're on a set heading and you just wanna bump it over a little bit, it won't disengage, it'll just move you over to whichever heading that you wanna set on. The other cool thing with this super neat remote is it is a floating remote. Combined with the foot pedal and the remote, you have 8 programmable buttons. You can do stuff like put your power poles up and down, set courses, drop waypoints, do anything like that. Bunch of really cool features like that. The remote runs on AA batteries, so you can throw a couple extra batteries in your boat. You don't need to run to a charger or something when your remote runs out of a charge. This motor is available in a freshwater and a saltwater version from Lowrance, and from Simrad they offer a saltwater version only. It also has your NEMA and your transducer connections in the bottom of the motor, so you're not actually running up all of your connections through the coil cord. Makes it really easy for rigging. If you're mounting this flush on a boat, you can have that go right into the boat. You don't have a bunch of extra cords everywhere. Definitely check this motor out. It's gonna be awesome for all you guys that already have an existing Lowrance setup, or somebody that just wants a super powerful, super robust trolling motor that's not gonna be a huge weight on the bow of your boat. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in purchasing any of the products you saw in the video or checking out our comprehensive list of services, log on to SpranglePerformanceMarine.com. You can also browse our full inventory of marine electronics. We offer flexible payment options and direct shipping to you.